It's the franchise that brought the worlds of board and video games together to destroy friendships everywhere. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Mario Party minigames. Number 10, Shy Guy Says. Shy Guy Says is a bit like Simon Says, only with much higher stakes. At the mercy of a masked baddie, the players must raise their red or white flag in unison to your puppet master's directions. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, the Shy Guy will do his best to throw you off, by raising 2 flags at once sometimes. Hold up the wrong flag and he'll cut you loose. Don't you just wish you could hurl a turnip at that tricky bastard? Number 9, Lift Leapers. Go! Lift Leapers is in the tradition of Mario's platforming roots, but still maintains the competitive spirit the Mario Party games are known for. 4 players are confronted by a zany obstacle course. From there, it's a race to the finish. The game is just as much about accuracy as it is about speed, requiring you to jump from platforms moving horizontally, vertically, and circularly. Fall into the abyss below, and the Tiku will take you back to the section start. Number 8, Tumble Temple. Start! This death trap of a game combines 2 of Mario's greatest weaknesses, lava and spikes. The players need to be quick on their feet to avoid the balls rolling down the ramp. As the clock counts down, the balls become bigger and more rapid. If you're standing in the wrong place, prepare to get burned. To make matters more difficult, the ramp is littered with pegs that keep shifting. You're never quite sure where the balls will end up, giving Tumble Temple the essence of a massive Plinko game. Number 7, The Final Countdown. Go! Oh! Forcing your opponents off small platforms is one of the most common objectives in Mario Party minigames. The Final Countdown is one of the most suspenseful examples thereof. Essentially the Sudoku game of death, players leap onto a grid of 9 numbered panels knitted together over a canyon. Go! Throughout this cliffhanger of a game, each panel will count backwards. If you find yourself standing on a 0, your number will literally be up as you fall through a trapdoor. Winning the game will require great skill, not to mention great timing, as a carefully placed punch will send your opponents to their doom. Finish! Number 6, Book Squirm. Now here's a minigame that makes reading fun. Kind of. As a giant book opens, Mario and the gang are plopped right in the middle of a page turner. Stop! At an increasing rate, the thick pages start tumbling down. Fortunately, the novel is filled with holes in the shapes of stars, suns, and moons. You must rush to the cutout's landing spot or else you'll be flattened. Brisk, intense, and always keeping you on your toes, Book Squirm is a truly satisfying read. Finish! Number 5, Bobsled Run. Although there's a more fleshed out version of this in Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, you'd have to have played that game to try it, so yeah, enough said. The real place for cool runnings is in the first 2 Mario Party games. Being set in the Mario universe, you'd expect this minigame to be full of mushrooms and blue shells, but with the exception of the occasional speed boost, it's a pretty straightforward bobsled race. That doesn't mean that Bobsled Run isn't good. It's an exhilarating, fast-paced escapade that requires teamwork to make the sharp turns and reach the finish line. Hey, by the way, what's that X on the penguin's sled? Number 4, facelift. Remember the title screen in Super Mario 64 where you got to alter Mario's 3D disembodied head? Well, Facelift is the spiritual successor to that. Just when you thought Bowser couldn't get any more hideous, his face is completely distorted as if it were made out of Play-Doh. Your goal is to rearrange Bowser's face to match the centered picture.
Finish!
This minigame would return in Mario Party 2, where other characters' faces were stretched out of shape as well. Or just their hair in Peach's case. Number 3. Pushy penguins. Those pushy penguins are back, and this time they're trying to knock you off a ledge, for a change. Stranded on a large block of ice, the players are suddenly bombarded by an endless parade of penguins. As they stampede into the icy water, you need to maneuver around the crowd and not get pulled in with them. Especially look out for the adult penguins, which are virtually impossible to get past when grouped together. If only you could jump over the penguins, this game would be much easier, although not nearly as exciting. Number 2. Dungeon Duos. Dungeon Duos is about as epic as Mario Party minigames get, packing several different obstacles into one mind-blowing marathon. Split into teams, you and your buddies set off on a race involving pulling levers, solving puzzles, jumping down warp pipes, and as a grand finale, inflating a hot air balloon. Depending on how in sync you are with your teammate, Dungeon Duos can either be incredibly fun or incredibly frustrating. Either way, you'll need to stop and take a deep breath when it's all over.
I love.
Before we roll the dice and play our top minigame, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Bumper Balls. Playing a Mario Party game often feels like touring an amusement park full of diverse attractions. While bumper cars might not be the biggest and flashiest rides at the park, they're always one of the most enjoyable rides to go on with your friends. The same can be said about bumper balls. Whether you're rolling around and trying to bump your pals off an icy mountain, a desert island, or a tower surrounded by lava, this game is a joltingly good time that exemplifies Mario Party at its absolute best. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite Mario Party minigame? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.